We are in the one of the longest streets in Europe. Hello.
Hello.
All the best. Those are the guys from the Łódź. We are in the fourth biggest city in Poland after Kraków, after Warsaw, Kraków and Gdańsk. Łódź is now shrinking. Industrial city, Polish Manchester, and behind me Piotrkowska street, over 4 kilometers walk, and Tadeusz Kościuszko, Polish American national hero behind me. That we getting a little closer to the fountains, and let's start the live stream in Łódź. That was also named Lodz or Litzmannstadt. Hello, Krzysztof. Thank you for sharing, for promoting live. Tadeusz Kościuszko. Of course, accent what happened. That city is about 200 years old. Is the matter of industrial past of the Łódź. But it's much older. The name Łódź is from the Łódka, from the little river over there. We are in the north part of Piotrkowska Street, Plac Wolności, the Freedom Square. And Łódka is the little boat, and the river was such called, and Łódź it's mean boat. Holy Ghost Church or Pentecost Church, and the old town hall of Łódź. Now 600,000 people. We passing the famous Grand Hotel, and tycoons from the Jewish, German tycoons, but also Polish owners from Łódź. That's the funny thing also here, that is entrance to the underground sewers, Dętka. Only few minutes sightseeing, but that glass building is the entrance for the few minutes sightseeing, but the name's Dętka is the tube, such funny thing. But look at these trams. There was the first trams in the Russian Empire in 1897. The Łódź decided to put trams, but there were a lot of death accidents connecting with trams. And you see the color of Łódź, Dzyń, and then starting tram. And there was famous tram driver strike. Okay, Łódź trams, very magic, sexy. Okay. Have a look. We getting Wolności Square to, there's also buses. We see also hydro or any electric matter. Okay. And as I said, the Łódź, it seems a young city, but it was created just in 15th century, and is the little other such older city. But it's not important like at the time of the industrial era. In 19th century, the steam and electricity, and 1823 was created the longest shopping mall, or we say shopping pedestrian street, Piotrkowska. For us, the challenge, that is such the longest street pedestrian precinct. We walking over 4 kilometers, 4,000 meters to the Niepodleglosci Square, to the Independence Square, the Pentecost Church on the left, and the old town hall. What happened during the Second War? Here, after aggression of Hitler, was the big parade of Wehrmacht, and then the street was renamed to Adolf Hitler Street, and the monument of Tadeusz Kościuszko was demolished. That is the one thing painful for Łódź. The Nazi criminals, they destroyed that monument of Tadeusz Kościuszko, Polish American national hero. More things you get on my other films on YouTube channel. Of course, thank you for tipping, supporting the part. We're starting the tour with the most attractive palaces. Imagine over 90% of the properties and the Piotrkowska before Second World War, there was the Jewish and German, like 90% tycoons. They were owners of it was the big industrial tycoons. And in front of me, the name of street, as you see, Piotrkowska. There was the Piotrków, the town east from Łódź, and that is the police getting around, and that is the old tract going to Piotrków. You see them much better. It's even manager of the street. You see here the name Piotrkowska better. and short information again showing the Wolności Square. One of the longest high streets in Europe, Piotrkowska, 4,200 meters. Originally was called Track Piotrkowski, Trackway to Piotrków, and in 1823 named Piotrkowska Street. The unique character of town planning and special arrangement of Piotrkowska Street, that is recognized as monument of history. Okay, but please don't switch the channel. Please share information about your friends. Now is the very kind and mild temperature, about the plus 20 degrees Celsius climate change. Yesterday was the winter time, and now is the nice, pretty warm. And I got the little first aid kit, or we say medical kit, with me. Maybe the pointing of interest, what is this? But have a look. With me is the such thing. What for? I use this thing. That is on the way, you see. But as you know, is any prop stage for Tom Guide Kraków. Please share information about the live stream, because it's the challenging live stream for today. Why I taking such a medical kit? That is the answer. But here was the production. Yes. Please share information about the groups, Facebook groups, anywhere, because it's as always spontaneous live stream. But as you see, it's the beautiful weather, no wind, no rain, warm like in the summer. Beautiful dog. And that is the getting such things, Witold Knychalski house. Yes, thank you that you sacrifice your different home duties, and you sharing information and joining Tom Guide Kraków everywhere. Żabka, very little frog. But we getting to the most beautiful part, central part of Piotrkowska Street. It's a 4 kilometers walk. That's like I think 2.5 miles, and enjoy night flare. You see everywhere preparing for Halloween. Of course, that is like preparing here. As we see here, that is such the parts. Oh, that is a happy Halloween. Okay, and let's go today. Łódź was the second biggest city in Poland. There was over 800,000 citizens, and the shrinking. The manufacturers were closed, and the girls moved to Warsaw, and now is the 600,000 citizens. Łódź is the now fourth biggest city in Poland. That is not the biggest. And we're getting to the first cross street with Piotrkowska. We're going one street. Łódź is not situated, the rivers in Łódź are very small, very, very small. That's why they're like a river. In Łódź is the Piotrkowska street. That is the main pedestrian precinct, and that is the main part of the walking tour. That's why we're going along Piotrkowska as the main pedestrian precinct. Look at this. Here in that house, that is the beautiful palace. That was the palace of family Senderowicz, Israel Senderowicz, the big, of course, manufacturer. He was mainly textiles and, of course, weaving, weavers and textile production, like a fruit of the loom. I tell you later what was the inspiration for and the connecting with IT loom and manufacturers of the part. I tell you later. Yes, we're going the full Piotrkowska Street from beginning, from Wolności Square to Niepodleglosci. That's from the Freedom Square to Independence Square. Of course, there's the for filmmakers is paradise, but you see some spooky buildings, like that house is there no one there. The building of the post office, like a general post office in Łódź. Everywhere got the e-scooters, but the most illuminated part is coming up. Please share information about the people. I see very, very little point of interest, like 6 people in the live. Thank you, Evelka. There's 6 people in the live. I don't know what's going on, but it's important sharing about the groups, Facebook groups about the live. Please share information, ask the question. Mateusz, thank you. That's as you always present. And challenge is big because we're walking over 4 kilometers. And I want to stream the whole Piotrkowska street with the most beautiful part coming up. One moment is coming up. Our frequency of police is the big. Again, they're coming. Again, they got the hybrid car. Next Żabka on the right. And you know, it's enough to know the three famous tycoon families like Zilberstein, Poznański, and for instance, that is such that is understand. I at the moment forgot. There's very spontaneous live stream. You know, names they coming with one ear, other ear flying out. The most important is impression of the city, how the people live, and all around us. Zahir kebab, everywhere the kebab the most popular thing, but the most popular part coming up. Huge pedestrian part. Today is the Thursday. Thursday is not weekend, but obviously it's not weekend. We see that some visitors. I'm staying in the hotel, Central Hotel, B&B close, the Piotrkowska. That's why just I walking maybe on the part. That's the from Magda, from communism time, department store Magda with the rainbow, maybe any disco there. And we got the, of course, sculptures, a symbol of Łódź. As you see here, is of course with the girl and the fish. That is such thing. Yes, that is the Łódź. Yes, we're getting such form. Okay, and we got the Jaracza Street. Jaracz is mean the strong smoker person, but it's the surname of the. I tell you who was the Jaracz. The street was marked at the beginning of 19th century. There was the former bricklayer factory of the brickyard factory of the part. That is that, and there was the middle central part actor and director Stefan Jaracz, of course, from that time. You know, which was in official short capital of Poland after Second World War, was almost undestroyed. And here there was even Warsaw only ruins. That's why they wanted to make the Łódź as the capital. There was any such idea of the place as the. And the facade on the right. We're getting to the next part. Oh, black cat. Oh, yo. That's a 3 months. The black cat jumping across. Oh my God. Let me see. You see, on the live, everything could happen. I could be eaten, and the black cat crossing across the street. Okay, let's go. I show you the most interesting central part of the Piotrkowska. I think the Grand Hotel is the essential. If we got then less interesting, I'm walking faster. Hotel Pietryna, that is that's the part. And imagine at first smoking area. And which was the first under of course in Polish Kingdom, but then was after first partition of Poland was the Prussian, and then regained by the Russians as the part of Kingdom Poland. Biały Nalew, such club. That is the circus person. There you see the fantasy. Old mill, dumpling. No. Oh, Grazian, thank you. That's welcome to my great Grazian. Your song, Evelina, was excellent. That's a song. Congratulations. And we are getting just for me, it's very exotic. I'm with we say Russian Jewish group in Łódź. They were completely exhausted and going to the hotel rooms, and I got the time to share my spontaneous live stream along the Piotrkowska. Completely, as always, very spontaneous. Let's talk about the such mixture in Łódź. Łódź is like a meeting of 4 or even 5 cultures, because was the like a Polish, German, Russian, Jewish, and even Gypsy, Roma, north of Łódź, is there's also the street with palaces. That was the new rich Roma, Sinti Roma people. They build the beautiful palaces. I've heard they're moving back to Britain or States. Very generous people. Greetings to all with Roma roots. I got always positive experience with the Polish Roma people in that case. Okay, just have a look. And Piotrkowska crossing now with the next street. What is the next? I think Zielna. Ah, yes, Zielna, because it's the. So what is this there first? That is the Zielna 3. Zielna. Okay, I think the watching us 18 plus public, and then we getting. We see how many numbers are 54. Imagine Piotrkowska. They've got the at first numbers going around the first quarter, and there was even over 700 numbers. But there are now, of course, the even numbers on the left side, odd numbers on the right. That's why the search form. But one moment is coming. The most impressive palace is coming up. 10 people in the house. Please share information about the live stream. Look at this, at the beauty of the facade. I know sometimes it's painful to watch up, but always if you're visiting any cities, put your head up and watch at the attic ornaments live around you. That is everything is there. We see life substance of the of the city. Thank you for the commenting of Gracjan. Welcome to the excellent channel of live streams of Gracjan. Rostocki, super. That is such the, of course, there's from Gdańsk. Hello, hello. That's just thank you, all friendly. Very friendly people. I got the only friendly reaction. I think they are used for the filmmakers. You know, the filmmakers. That is the here, of course, career of Roman Polański. We've got the Alley of Stars. One moment we got the Walk of Fame. One moment we're getting closer to the most interesting corners. Don't worry. Just then, and some locals that you see there, like in other cities like Warsaw. Standard Zahir kebab, also such things, duży Ben, Big Ben. Oh, głodna małpa is the hungry monkey, that's nice. I know in Katowice biała małpa, white monkey. Here is the hungry monkey. Okay, dobra buła. The sandwich. And Piotrkowska again, but with the most interesting stage is coming up because Wawrzonek on the left, Sweet Factory, and we're getting to the stars. That is, you feel now like in Hollywood. We got in Krakow, in Warsaw, Bożena Dykiel. Greetings to all great actors, Polish actors mainly, Bożena Dykiel, but also film director. There's Jadwiga Jankowska-Cieślak, also Polish actress. Ida Kamińska, the Jewish theater, very important. Ida Kamińska, that is the great von Warsaw Theater. Agata Kulesza, also the Maja Komorowska. Michał Szewczyk, Little Hollywood of Łódź. We are in the filmmaker street, yes, the next. Then we got the Barbara Połomska. Shouldn't. Of course, Jerzy Sztur, our rector of the theater, Academy of Theatre in Kraków, everything. Katarzyna Figura. Okay, the brick coffee. And look at this and the view over there. That is the most important, most spectacular, the Grand Hotel. That is the thing, that is the absolutely number one. We say like a number one restaurant, I got the address 120. I tell you more about it, but the Grand Hotel was the meeting place for the elites from Poland after Second World War. Unofficial, like a Belvedere from Łódź. There was a lot of parties there, and there was the decision of the making Poland communist Poland, because was the famous voting 3 times yes for communist Poland, 1947. Okay. Warsaw, there were only ruins. Zbigniew Zamachowski, Greetings to Zbigniew Zamachowski. Zbigniew Zapasiewicz, maybe they're watching my live stream later. Gustav Holubek, oh that's great. Okay, Gustav Holubek, and we're getting the next. We got the Franciszek Pieczka. Krzysztof Kowalewski. You could watch now the films with them if you click on them. Marek Konrad, of course, greetings for the perfect vineyards of Marek Konrad. Pola Negri, please, actress wearing Łódź. Beata Tyszkiewicz. Krystyna Janda, we got also Jandę in Krakow. Jadwiga Andrzejewska, actress, perfect. Oh, that's good. Cezary Pazura, pozdrawiamy Cezara, the greetings to Cezary. Okay. Tadeusz Łomnicki. Oh my God, there's a lot, much more than in Krakow. Janusz Gajos. Jan Machulski mamy. Wojciech Przoniak, of course, and with Przoniak, oczywiście, of course, we got the famous film from Łódź, Ziemia Obiecana, The Promised Land. Daniel Obryski, also playing in the film from Andrzej Wajda, The Promised Land. There's the pity that not the getting Oscar, The Promised Land. Andrzej Seweryn also played, and Bogumił Kobiela. Oh my God, so many stars. The next I tell you, Stefan Jaracz, Danuta Szaflarska, actress Aleksander Fogiel, Zbigniew Cybulski, of course, Bogusław Sochnacki, Jacek Fedorowicz, greetings to Jacek Fedorowicz, and Andrzej Chyra. Finish? Not finish. Oh my God. That was there. Have a look at the round and the part. Lidia Karabacz, Mariusz Wilczyński, Anna Dymna, okay, and Felix Falk. A lot of names of the Walk of Fame in Piotrkowska. I think you are not bored with the such long putting names of the famous stars. But have a look. Here is the next interesting corner. ARTUR Rubinstein passage, the walkway, and there's his palace there. 6,000 different composing things. He was promoted by Paderewski, and absolutely number one figure from Łódź, ARTUR Rubinstein interpretation of Frédéric Chopin. And that is the passage, that is my hotel, B&B Central. And the Grand Hotel, I'm not in a Grand, but a nice hotel. Only few steps to Piotrkowska. Oh, that is interesting figure there. For the soul and body and mind. That is the 50 years of student association. Interesting such figure. You see, that is the art. If you ask why, that is the success of the any work. Okay. Oh, look at this, my shoes. That's a little bit crazy because my shoes is slowly getting laces out. Oh, we got some spontaneous music. As everywhere is such herring and vodka bars. Any performing. Look at this, it's getting so warm that I even little bit my sweatshirt opening. The part. Who is making the part. The one performance, chicas. Okay. Big glutton, pasi brzuch, pasibus. That's something for the gluttons. The most glutton king in history of Poland was Krybut Wiśniewiecki. Oh, that is the factory of ties. That is interesting. Factory of ties. There's also the night. Yes, everybody is there. Please share information. Jolantka, please share around your friends around it, because it's the very poor publicity. 9 people that I don't know what's going on. The last live stream was over 80 people in the live stream in Lublin. I don't know, Lublin is much more interesting than Łódź, or there was not proper sharing, and that is the magic Piotrkowska street, Piotrkowska, and we are in Łódź, the city that developing from the nothing among the fields was created the street like a river, Piotrkowska, and that is the making. The making guy also the music. I think we're getting the half of the way of the half of Piotrkowska. That's the Juliana Tuwima street. Tuwim is of course connected with Łódź, and he wrote the famous Kwiaty Polskie, the Polish flowers. Look, that is the composing, okay. And 100 on the left, we got the pharmacy on the left. And on the right, the next impressive palace. In one moment, I tell you. In the middle, there are also the donors of the street. That is, there are names here, but they're going the cars. I don't want to stay longer. But in the middle was the tram line. Piotrkowska 99 now at the moment, and now is the voivodeship office in that former palace. Yes, that's why in the film Ziemia Obiecana, the Promised Land, you got the best example of the collaboration between the Jewish tycoon, German and Polish, and they started business among the fields. They make the big manufacturer and finished tragic because was the big fire of manufacturing. People were fired, or industrial era. Oh, that you see the such manufactura Poznański, or so we don't go there, but then you see the famous manufactura of Poznański, and also the Biała factory, but the white factory we see on the way. That is the view from above, from Łódź. And manufactura, that is the and the one of the first chimneys in Łódź. Yes, but look at this, the most impressive building over there. Here is the vojevoda, the voivodeship, now is the voivodeship łódzkie. And there is the voivodeship office from Łódź. Okay. Still the 6 people in the live. That's the publicity again poor. There should be more than 50. They're making progress over 1,000 views. And there is the 6 people. Please share information about the live. Please don't be shy. Try to put any information among your friends about the life, because without that is no progress. That's why please give information about the life. The other people should watch, and we increasing publicity. So, I don't see comments. That's why I'm sorry, but the comments are invisible. And we slowly getting to the number 120. 100. 8, okay. That was such that the part 120 is the such nice place, so-called otwarte drzwi, open doors. Okay, the Schiller is looking at us, and of course the Lutheran minority in Łódź. There are the Lutheran churches, and of course the Jewish presence. Tomorrow we're going to the biggest Jewish graveyard in the north. Before war, there were, we say, 90% of houses along the tenement houses along Piotrkowska, they were in the Jewish hands, and also Germans. And there was created second biggest ghetto in Europe after Warsaw for even 300,000 Jews, and Holocaust survived 10%, and now maximal 300 Jews in the whole Łódź, 300 maximal. But before war, over 200,000. There was the great synagogue and all, but in the north part, in Bauty, there was such a Jewish district. We walking to the south. The industrial tycoons also, they got such houses along that part. Now I see that not all people could continue watching. Still in shrinking amount of watchers. Okay, I don't know what happened with the live stream, but I see only 2 people in the live stream. If you watch that live again, please watch to the end, watch with ads. There's also big support for me. It's not only paying extra tip, but watching fully with ads, even clicking on the ads is giving progress. That's why please watch the live stream fully after that Nawrot, street Nawrot. I should now turn around and turn back, but not back. Look at this, what's going on. Very high speed going cars. Nawrot is the traffic lights. That's why waiting. Nawrot Street, and we are like in the middle of Piotrkowska. I suppose the half. I calculated time for live stream about the 1 hour maximal. That's why I try to walk faster to get the finishing of the number 20. Yes, that's why I recommend you on the right side. There was such a local otwarte drzwi, open doors, as recognized as the best restaurant. Otwarte drzwi, open doors. That part much more quiet. I see the serving also apple pies around. Is called also Charlotka here, barber shop on the right. But we're getting faster there. Yes, vielen Dank, Jessica. Aber muss man das auch teilen? As we please share the information about the live stream, because I see only 3 people in the house. I don't know if you got you are so busy, or that this is such attractive news or film in the television that you watch. That is the main court. Interesting modern style building. Look at this modern style architecture. The laboratory of life is yes, thank you. I see that is touched the regular, we say, viewers. I know that it's important sharing about the people. Big thanks. Oh, and look at this. That is the beautiful skyscraper in Łódź, in the such part, and that corner is a little illuminated. In 70s there were much more neons. Was the much more illuminated part. I think the surprising us Łódź with the second part is it seems the less interesting, but I think we're finding something. Chinese food, kmisu, and the bikers on the Piotrkowska. It is the very high, like a Kudam in Berlin. Also, there's always the main, but we got in the second part. It would be, I think, for me and for you, attractive. They're coming trams. That's why we've got the trams on the way. Dom Jubilerski, Jewel's house, very nice, and very quick going e-bikes, Uber or things like that. Pizza delivery. Oh, and have a look, the interesting mural. You see? That is great. And you see, It's not bad. Yes, you see, that is the offices, and that mural showing Łódź. There's the boat, because the cities mean boat. That's why now we got the boat and Kościuszko monument. And the skyscraper of Łódź. Interesting modern style. But we are in the Łódź, you see the boat. Piotrkowska. But the Piotrkowska, never ending Piotrkowska. 4,200 meters walk. Like a marathon. So the walking marathon Piotrkowska, you see. Again the logo. Okay. Oh my God. Yes, then I going by car. Today I going over 4 hours from Krakow, because was the sightseeing Częstochowa and Piotrków on the way. Hampton, Hilton by Hampton, the hotel. Hampton by Hilton. I'm not staying here. Okay, we got the green. And let's like in Warsaw, here the huge avenue with the three lines, but in one moment we getting tram along our walking distance. That would be, oh, that is the interesting project. Look at this. That is such glass passage. Yes, that making is very impressive. And then we getting closer trams. Oh, pracuj z nami, work with us. And that is making flare. Zostań motorniczym. You could, maybe I could be the tram driver in Łódź. What about this? They looking still jobs. There's no tram drivers. Okay. Let's go Piotrkowska. We continuing crazy walk. Maximal using. Okay. Everywhere is the Uber. See, the Uber is active everywhere. Here's a comfort taxi. Avon on the left. And we got the much more dark part, but this interesting graffiti in that block of flats. And Piotrkowska never-ending street. You asking me to show the trams, because the trams are one of the first trams in the Russian Empire. There's 1897. There happened a lot of tram accidents at the beginning. The people were not used to see the trams, and electric trams were quick, going fast. Okay, we got the four people in the house. I still see the such small publicity in Piotrkowska. The challenge is the very simple. I wish to go 4,200 steps, but I have to get back 400. That's why today I got the 10 kilometers, because I walk to the Wolności Square. That's why today 10 kilometers walk is the challenge for today. Nice to take the such challenges. You see the ophthalmologists, for the ophthalmology matters. Okay, and then we getting again the shop Duży Ben, the same like everywhere block of flats. Today I've got the on gimbal the live stream. That's why I've got a better comfort to watch. But interesting, in Lublin I got in my hands the phone. That was in the vertical position, and 3,500 views. I'm interested in such big efficiency. I try to do on the gimbal, and very fast. And Domus. We got a department store on the left with furniture, warm atmosphere. Okay, and then I think no such long street. I didn't remember in Krakow that I walked so long. One street 4 kilometers. That is the real never-ending street. I should get the calculator of steps. The best viewers, Jessica, Ewelka, Moni, Krzysztof, Chris. I see then is the next Gracjan, thank you, Jolantka, Mateusz, Marek, big thanks. 8 the best viewers on the live stream. Maybe the others coming up. Maybe others, they will be so brave and joining live stream. Papa Lolo, as they call the pizza Papa Lolo. Papa Lolo is so called. Okay. We're going to Żwirki Wigury, the famous pilots, Polish pilots before Second War. Żwirki Wigury streets are also in Warsaw. You see, there's the Tuma talking in the fresh air. Little problem, okay. Don't worry, no trouble. Please share information about the crazy live stream. Helenówek, the tram is going to Helenówek. Look at this, the next tram. There's the most famous tram line in Łódź. They're going to Pabianice, I think, that is going off the old rail, and it's very slow tram, but a very long line to Pabianice. Look at this, how long distance we done. The street is never ending. I don't know how many kilometers in front of me. And the challenge is challenge. As good as not the low temperature. If there was the cold or so, I don't know if I took the challenge in the winter time. Like winter weather was even yesterday was very cold. But now, we see Biedronka, interesting logo, white Biedronka. Interesting. Yes, and the tag, that is interesting motif. That's making nice part. Okay. That's as we see. I think that people like my camera. It's very good. Such the Łódź town city people, they are very open-minded. Okay, and we got such soon the tower of any church. That is the. You feel. I feel that kilometerage. I think that is over 3 kilometers. I think is 1 kilometer. 220 numbers. Just look at this. 222. 3 times 3. 222. Piotrkowska 222. 222. And look at this on the right. There's also family Zilberstein everywhere. Such also factory. But you know the names getting out from the memory. Poznański, Zilberstein, Scheibler. That's such the famous families. That's a great thing. Okay. I think you put the proper shoes with me. Okay, 10 people in the house. That is big thanks for people that joining from the beginning to the end. Or even now, if you're late because you are in the hurry, always there's different matters. But if you put the washing machine or anything and watching live stream with me, that's very appreciated. Especially my members and the sponsoring channel. Look at this, such cute lesson. So small. Cute. Okay. Holiday Inn, that's such beautiful hotel in the former palace. Beautiful restored former palace. And then we got the Piotrkowska Street 222, 322, and next tram is coming. Soon we getting Plac Niepodleglosci. We walked from the Wolności Square to Niepodleglosci. This is invisible go by car. only walking is the best, or of course by bike, but by bike you cannot film. That's why the best way to film is to just walking. That's why go to the film academy. That is of course the most famous thing. Oh, that is the such interesting also decoration of the house 234. Look at this, 234. Holiday on the right. And I see a lot of white buildings because coming Biała Fabryka, the white factory. The name is just from the stucco on the factory. The later was the cheaper form of factories. They put the simple bricks. That's why it's a bricks. That was the later putting on the part. Please share the information about live stream, and let's go to the last part of the Piotrkowska Street, Granda Barber. Oh, look at this, that factory like a phoenix coming here. Manufactura, that is manufacturer, that is the make impression, such manufactura. On the way back I did some photos, if you suppose. Anyways, I'm sharing every day posts, as you know, posts every day, minimum 3 or 5. That's why I don't forget about you. And I think you appreciate also my post on the YouTube every morning. Okay, and let's see the last accent. The first railway was the connector with Koluszki. The Koluszki railway station connected Łódź. And Łódź Fabryczna is the very famous Łódź factory. White houses because it's the complex of the white factory, Biała Fabryka, of the Greyer, Ludwig Greyer, a very rich tycoon, and he was bankrupt. In Łódź there was the January uprising, and after uprising some tycoons bankrupted. It is simple. Yes, white factory. You see white color on the left. And I told you that I share the white, what is connected loom and the such spinning machines with the, and especially weavers, how the weaver machines are connected with IT. That was the inspiration for the making IT technology with the such cards or so. There was the system. Yes, that is the most famous, is Poznański, of course, the Poznański, the north part. I wish to make only Piotrkowska Street. That's why Poznański manufacturer is the most famous. It's in the north part. Yes, and I think that was such on the last palaces over there. That is like a phoenix from the ashes, the coming the palace. I tell you soon what was the palace. Institute, European Institute. Palace from Schweikert. Look at this. The palace of Schweikert. The beautiful Łódź palace. Oh, then we got the beautiful view. The church is like a finishing the whole perspective of the Piotrkowska Street. That is the Scheibler's palace, but it's in the shabby condition. Maybe we cross the street on the other side. It's very much more interesting. We're still in the Piotrkowska 263. Look at this, how many numbers. And that is in the shabby condition Scheibler Palace. Palace of family Scheibler. That is the interesting. The houses they were got the one floor, and then was the two-floored houses. That's why even palace with 2 floors, and the 3 floors there was the very rich person. That's why And Scheibler Palace in Łódź, Piotrkowska. Over 263 numbers we walked along, and impressive parish church, Roman Catholic, the part. Yes, that is the style is the new Gothic rainbow. There was also one of the old skyscrapers, but now the company Rainbow, like a rainbow tower, we could say. Okay. Oh my God. It's getting hours to getting the end of Piotrkowska Street. Is anyone Kostki? That is the Stanisław Kostka Church and Cathedral, because there is not Stanisław von Szczepanów, but Stanisław Kostka. Holy Stanisław Kostka, Warsaw, which got the appreciation of Kostka. No, if I was streaming the trams, I've got like a pep to continue live stream. That's the thing to encouraging me to live stream. I could sit in the hotel watching anything, but I'm doing something that's staying forever, I think, because the such live streams very easy than watch. I watched you could find my old live stream, but a very short 2016. You find from the 9 years ago on the YouTube, only 1 minute. I'm staying in the Plac Wolności. I was very shy, and they talking few words around the things around, but was the nothing. That's why now I'm going with full pep, the proper live stream. Yes, you see white. Again, the next palace. Slowly we're getting number 300 maybe. Such 300 buildings along the Piotrkowska. The next Żabka. It's like a Żabka tour. Now there's any Żabka live stream. There's Italian work. Włoska robota. The next. Zostań motorniczym. That's making. Okay, 273 center. Is still the center of Łódź. Topaz Business Park on the left. Interesting protecting gates. Bumpers, like a bumpers, side bumpers. You could lost this damage your car. 277, we are in Piotrkowska, 277. Is there still progress? And the next church. That is Evangelic Church, Evangelic from Holy Matteo Church of Holy Matteo. You see, that was we say German presence in Łódź, and usually Lutherans or the Evangelic Łódź people, they speak German. Red Street, Czerwona. Let me little accelerate because we don't lose the time. Oh, old tram. Look at this old line of tram. Interesting. Typical industrial Venus. And the Piotrkowska. Oh, there's night riders. That part is the for riders. And Biała Fabryka, the white factory that I visited. In my short from 9 years ago, you find how is the working the loom inside. That was the first chimney in Łódź. I think there was the put in the Biała Fabryka, white factory. Very, very interesting. Recommended to visit Biała Fabryka white factory. That's why I know slowly we're getting to the number 300 and the Piotrkowska. As you see, challenge is the very important. Finish the challenge because you could plan different things. You got the plan to going this, there, here or there, but you know, practicing, and if you're doing it, that is the important. As you could plan everything, but finish, that is essential. Like a marathon, everyone could start marathon, but who finished, that is the success. Okay, let's gentlemen. Okay, that's great. Poszedł. That's a 295. Ergo Hestia. There's also any business clubs. RC Art. Oh, nice. It's making business meetings. Happiness is the way. Happiness is the way. Oh, great. At the end of that street, we got like a pond on the right side. You see them illuminated. But the most beautiful illuminated thing we've got there in Tarnów, the Joseph Bem monument. Such illuminated thing. That is a great. Bon appetit. They're serving also the beer from Tyskie. Three Chimney. Three Chimneys, they call that huge, not only shopping, but also restaurant mall. Three Chimney, Trzy Kominy, Three Chimney is called that complex. You see, great. That's why the LOFTIES, and not only Poznański, but here you could find also. Great. Okay. Let me get the end of the street. Such we get to Niepodleglosci street, as I said. There could be little more than 1 hour, but I appreciate people that are from the beginning. You left everything and you walking with me, with Tom Guide Kraków, and exploring simple Łódź, close also Lodz, like Teo ich fahre nach Lodz, or Litzmannstadt during the Second World War. That's the three names of Łódź, simple the boat. Now 4th biggest city in Poland, connecting with factories, like a factory town, Polish Manchester. Oh, you see, the interesting, here everything is putting out. That is like a big warehouse. Oh my God. Oh, Three Chimneys, you see, Three Chimneys? That is also the museum connecting with Misiu Szatek, the Polish Winnie Pooh, and Three Chimney shopping. That part is the real factory flair. I think we're getting slowly the last numbers. 286 on the left side, and what's going on here? Monari, and let's be surprised. What is this square? Because I don't know if I'm getting the end of Piotrkowska street. I want to get the last house and the Piotrkowska street. A lot of people with me, they are from beginning. Thank you that you are so. 307 number. Any Piotrkowska 300 Górniak. Now is the Górniak. And there's not the end, the Piotrkowska street. Still going. Uszatek, yes. Our Misiu Szatek museum on the right. Okay, but let's go to the last number of Piotrkowska. My God. 309 number. Ooh, that's the real challenge. I didn't suppose that it's such so long. I calculated maximal 60 minutes. I don't extremely like, but I please watch the live again from beginning to the end. Is very important, and with ads and ads, commercial matters. That is very appreciate. So we thought, yes, that is the over 4,200 meters, exactly the longest street, one of the longest streets in, even if the matter of pedestrian precincts is the longest in Europe. There's not anywhere such long streets. But we're getting Niepodleglosci Square. I'm feeling that the street slowly going to the end. I don't like finishing live stream with you. I want to stream forever, 24/7, but it's infeasible because of the health. Piotrkowska. Sieradzka, Sierac. Greetings to people from Sierac, if anybody there. And we are just at the finishing slowly Piotrkowska Street. We started at Plac Wolności, Freedom Square, and finishing at Niepodleglosci Square, Independence Square. We're waiting for the green, of course, according rules. And soon we see what is the last number of Piotrkowska Street. What is the last number? Yes, that just still is continuing. I have to find the last number of Piotrkowska Street. It's infeasible that I leave it. Oh, that is the yellow tram is coming, which, oh, the yellow, I got a much more, the color in yellow is also very popular. There is the former, there was also the shoes, fashion and food, all the, there's like a market hall on the Plac Niepodleglosci, Independence Square. Romantic Łódź, and our last motif, light motif from the Łódź. We see what the, yes, that is the, the passage is full of people during the day. It would be interesting also the stream that part of the, I'm going to the Rzemiosło, little empty place. I think I could finish 3 chimneys in the background. And big thanks for the joining live stream, that you are from the beginning to the end, because we getting Independence Square. Continuing that street, Piotrkowska is the film studio, any matters connecting with for filmmakers in Łódź. L with slash we pronounce ły. Yes, Plac Niepodleglosci, that is the Independence Square. I think that is our last point. I checked the house at that part, and we got the full live streaming of Piotrkowska Street, the finish with Independence Square on that part. Okay, let's go cross the street quickly. Look at this, I could walk another 5 or 6 kilometers. The streets in Łódź, never ending. Yes, but okay, I think that alley is the nice to finish that part. Big thanks for the watching that film. After live stream, please watch the film from beginning to the end with ads, of course. Thank you for all regular members that supporting YouTube channel. And see you in the next magic places in Poland, not only Łódź. Of course, next live streams there, I think they are close Krakow. And see you again. Bye bye. Thank you, and thank you for joining. Bye bye. Watch again fully, and thank you for support.